Hello, happy Tuesday. How is everybody? I hope everyone's having a good day today. I have to turn this up. I have to turn this volume down in my ears. There we go. How's everybody doing today? I hope we're all doing well. Maybe you got some tacos because it's Taco Tuesday. I'm playing. Yeah, how is everybody? Chilling? Good. Chilling is good. It's a little warm again today for me. It is warm. It is toasty. It is a day. It started out like really cool in the morning, and then it started like getting really warm, and I'm just like, there's no breeze. That's why it's also so warm. There's like no breeze pushing, so it's like, oh, it's warm. It is warm. It is toasty. I don't like being this warm and toasty yet. I don't even have I don't have my fan on. I don't have my fan plugged in yet. Yeah, I'm happy everyone's doing good. So yes, thank you for indulging me today. Well, more like I'm indulging myself in a little bit of Planet Zoo today. In case it wasn't noticeable on the thingy. I'm going to let you know now before we even start, because we're not started. We're gonna yap for a bit. But yeah, for those who may not know, I am not a professional builder. So we're just here to kind of like have fun, and if something improves later on, something improves later on. That's why sandbox mode is a thing. That's why I have chosen sandbox mode, just for the sake of ease, and we'll eventually ease back into a franchise mode at some point in the future. However, okay, so drawing attention to what I wrote on my community post earlier this morning. Rainy for you. I kind of want a bit of rain again. I crave a bit of rain. But me, I know, Baba. Okay, so regarding my little community post this morning, because it was absolutely hilarious. I don't, it's cold and I melt. Oh, Bubba melts. Oh. But yes, okay. Regarding my earlier community post, which was just meant to be funny. So, here's what happened. I woke up this morning, the usual sorceress stuff. I checked my Twitter this morning. I saw the fine on drip marketing. Also, hello. I saw the fine on drip marketing. And, apparently lightning has struck officially 3 times with my Honkai Star Rail guesses. Because, you know how I say some weird throwaway lines and just vibe? I just speak some throwaway line. Yes. I believe I made that prediction of his path striding, his path stride, and his elemental power in, well, not even elemental power, because he's a physical, because now it's official. He's now that he's out there and dealing. Yeah, he's a physical damage dealer, but he's also part of the destruction path. I talked about it, I think, at the start of my ratio stream, where I was gathering ratios materials, and I think I made a passing talk about it. It was like really early on in the stream. Hoyoverse, please don't come after me. I swear to God, I do not mean to be a prophet. I do not mean to look into the future of what Hoyoverse is releasing, because now this is the 3rd time, almost in a row, about proper predictions. It's either twice or it's officially 3 times now. because I made passing conversation about Mighty's path, or how Mighty's kit worked. I made a joke about Anaxa and Ratio bannering together, and then I made a prediction on what Finan would be. I should really find somebody to like scrub through my VODs and like clip that stuff. Find an editor, because there is no way that I've somehow managed to do that 3 times in a row. And it all came true. Hoyoverse, please don't come after me. I swear to God, I don't mean a leak. I don't even look at leaks, by the way. This was me talking off the top of my head. I don't look at leaks. I don't look at predictions. I make my own predictions about it, and the fact that I guessed what was going to be, I feel like I need like $3 at this point, because it's strange that happened 3 times already. Maybe having a featuring has been having an effect on me. Anyway. I'm not gonna ask anyone to scrub my VODs, because I think the Mighty conversation is buried somewhere very, very deep in the... Yeah. Oh yeah, the fake characters are interesting. We get the one freebie, which is hilarious, because I remember someone saying we have Mighty is essentially Gilgamesh at home. But yeah. Anyway, my Honkai Star Rail talk is over. It was just hilarious, because that's what occurred to me when I woke up this morning, and it was just really hilarious. I woke up, looked at my Twitter, saw that Hoyoverse had drip marketed Finon, and I'm like staring at the corner page, and I'm just like, oh yeah, it's a zoo episode. We're doing Planet Zoo. I kind of also realized that the last time I played Planet Zoo on stream, when I last played Planet Zoo on stream, I also realized I did not save it. I think that was on purpose, because I was getting so confused about why some of my zookeepers were not getting the one peacock that had escaped, and that poor peacock was just absolutely suffering outside the gate. That poor peacock, not doing anything wrong, but the poor thing was like absolutely suffering, and I was just like, okay, I feel bad. I'm gonna go escape now. But yeah, we're gonna be playing Planet Zoo. Do not worry, we are not going to be releasing primates onto the world. I promise that. That is like something that little Zephyr would have done, which is play Zoo Tycoon, the original, and release the animals upon the unsuspecting masses, especially when you did the dinosaur one. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that any further. I have changed. I have matured. I have changed. I have matured. I know how to take care of things now. So, funny story about this, and this might come down somewhere down the line in the future. While we are playing Sandbox mode for a little while today, we'll probably do this like every once in a while, because it's like a really chill, relaxing time. But at some point, I do want to play in franchise mode again. The reason I want to try franchise mode again, I want to do it where I'm able to fundraise for the World Wildlife Fund, or WWF, because to me, I am a VTuber who loves animals, and I think wildlife conservation is never talked about a lot. But I would have to do it the unofficial way, with a direct link on where to donate, because Zeffy's still a very, 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 very far distance from doing proper streams on the proper charity streams on the sideboards. There's some there's some stuff, there's some extra steps in there that Zephyr requires, and Zephyr doesn't have the capability of doing that yet. One day I will, but I don't know if that'll be today. But if I ever run it, I might run it as what they link in the description. That way people can follow it, or have a bot that's regularly posting it on intervals, but we'll see. I have a very soft heart for animals. But yeah, that's a dream. That is a dream of mine. But yeah, let's enough Zephyr yaps. Let's move on. Zephyr's done her little yap session. Oh my god, it is hot in here. Ugh. Ugh, I'm dying. It's actually really toasty in my office right now. But I don't even have my fan. My fan's not even available to me right now. That's not good. Because my window's open, there's just not a breeze to push. Anyway. Hello. Okay, hang on one moment. I'm gonna kick up the volume and turn up the volume on my headphones. Because I did not want to listen to the music on a repeat for too long. Otherwise, I was going to drive myself absolutely insane. But yes, welcome to the world of Sandbox mode. I don't know where I'm building this sanctuary. Also, if you get the reference... Also, if you get the reference for the title, you get a cookie. Zephyr will transport cookies to your location. In Minecraft, I will transport cookies to you. If you get the reference, congratulations. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do a temperate zoo. Because temperate would probably be better. I'm gonna call it Silver Monkey Shrine. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna create it. Boop. Okay. I'll tell you what the title was a joke on. Sandbox settings. Oh yeah, I gotta set my settings. Go to settings. I have unlimited money, which is good because Zephyr needs unlimited funding for this. Okay, so here's what the Silver Monkey Shrine is a play on of. Oh god, now I'm trying. Wow. Trying to remember. Hey, don't call me a cheater. Sometimes this stuff is really expensive, and like I promised, I will do a financial mode at some point. Wow, I'm also now forgetting because I know it was a game show from ages ago, and there was at the end, it was like a history themed show. I wish I could remember what it was now. I literally thought I had the title off the tip of my tongue, but I don't. All I remember is that there was a place called the Shrine of the Silver Monkey in this particular location in their finale bit, and I was just like, you know what? That sounds like fun. That sounds like a blast. Let me check here. Audio. Audio, it might be okay. Old Nick, yes, it was Old Nick. I just wish I could remember off the top of my head. I don't think it was Temple. Oh, ignore that. Think should controls. Here we go. Mouse controls. How does one rotate? Whew. I wish I could remember the name of that show off the top of my head. Rotate is Z plus left and right. Okay. Rotate 90 degrees is just Z. Okay. Looking for that. Is fine. Whoa. Hang on one second. Let me pause. Legends of the Hidden Temple. That's it. It had the word temple in it. I was running through so many mental titles and I could not remember it. Thank you. The monkey was one of many rooms, yes, but because of the way the line was consistently delivered, it literally is just a thought process that's stuck in my brain. Let me go back to my settings real quick. Settings. Interface. Sandbox. Here we go. Animal settings. Life cycle. Enabled welfare. Illness. We have essentially everything turned on because at least then we'll at least have the animals like age. They'll get diseases and everything like that. I was going to do a zoo entrance. Really asking for a Where's Waldo in this reference. That's funny. Yeah, I'm literally asking for a Where's Waldo. Mm-hmm. Oh well. Let's see. I was gonna do an entrance, but I don't think I'm going to build one today. I think I will make that like another time because I'm not like needing funding right now. I can literally just do about whatever I please. And the game's on pause right now, so I can just kind of vibe for a bit. Let's see. I think at some point, if I find an inspiration for a proper zoo entrance, which, by the way, Planet Zoo creators are absolutely insane. I have seen the stuff they build. Pure freaking insanity and, like, cinema all at the same time. Like, I'm going to use this as a way to get better at it. Because guess what? I like it when you guys help me out. Tree bark path? Tree bark path. Let's see. What if we do that aligned to grid? Ooh. Yeah, give people enough creative freedom. It, like, explodes the tutorials. It does. I want to... I want... Malformed path? Oh, wait. Me. There we go. Wait, why can you not... Hello? Why can... I was gonna say, why are you not connecting path? Hello? Hang on, now I don't know what's going on. Looking at you, Minecraft and Pal World. Malformed path part. Why is that saying it's malformed? I'm confused now. Align to grid, I guess? There we go. There we go. Tree bark. But yeah, there's like a lot of creative people out there in the world. And I'm just like, oh, I love some of the stuff they make. Don't get me wrong. Some of the stuff people create is absolutely insane. Some of them create like the most realistic, I want to expand this to be about... That being said, I cannot be bothered to work at the Genshin T5 if you pay me. Don't worry about that. I might shrink this path down at some point in the future when I make the proper entrance. Why is it so... I think I feel like I need to put that on a line to grid just so it does something. I'm just going to expand this outward. Up. Because I feel like when I make the entrance, it's going to kind of have a... The entrance is going to be like right about here. There's going to be like a little tree path at some point. And I want it to open up into this large open area where it's essentially like the welcome zone. I'm just going to expand that out just like a few more feet. There we go. So it's going to look a little barren right now, but in the future, when I find a proper entrance that I like to make, I think I'm going to go with that. Because if I start terraforming, I would have to like completely re-renovate the entire monkey exhibit. Let's see. Must have at least one trade center. Oh yeah, I need trade centers. I almost forgot the most important thing needed for this kind of thing. I almost forgot the most important part of Planet Zoo. Which is... Oh yeah, because I have everything on Sandbox, it's going to be I have everything available to me. Architecture, I want facilities, I think. Lights. Wall signs. Oh my god, it's so warm in here. If you want my personal opinion, I never got into the Serena Teapot as much as a lot of people have. I just never made time for it. Souvenir t-shirts, decals. Ooh, there's so much stuff. Sandbox mode is going to be a little overwhelming for a bit, but I will do my best. By the way, anyone who is coming in here looking for a proper Zephyr being smart about what she's doing, I'm going to apologize very profusely. I'm sorry, I am not a pro at this. I am using Sandbox mode as a way to help myself and work on the cakes, because if I want to do, I will really want to do that charity stream at some point where I am essentially working with endangered animals and proper conservation methods. So this is, I call this kind of like Zephyr just toying around. There's just so many. Look for architecture, doors and windows, walls. I don't really need architecture. I'm looking for buildings, props, souvenir props, general props. I will use those in the future. Game props. I'm not looking for props. I am looking for construction facilities. Oh, I'm blind as a bat. I am blind as a bat. Oh my god. Oh, Zephyr, you are a dum-dum. I will be the first to admit Zephyr can be dum-dum sometimes. Aquatic. We don't want Arctic. I think we'll go with... Let's go with the conservation staff rooms. Let's go with the conservation research centers and stuff like that. We'll build like a nice, I believe... Oh, there we go. We'll make like a nice, like, off facility to the side for now. Again, this is all going to be subject to change when it's time for me to move stuff around. I will build a proper zone at some point. What's going to be sad is if I have to remake an exhibit. That's going to be the sad part, is if I have to remake an exhibit. But some people have actually remade exhibits in the past. Also, this conservation thing is so cute. Look at that! Also, the music is like really low because sometimes the music is like Minecraft music. It will pick and choose when to kick back up again. So I feel like I'm gonna need to like get some actual music. That's like, it's quiet right now. It's like dead silent. Hang on, I'm gonna go look for some music real fast. One moment, I'm going to go look at my tabletop stuff and I'm going to look for some music. Give me 2 minutes. I feel bad it's quiet, so let me go and get it. Of course, by the time I do that, suddenly the music's gonna kick in and it's gonna be like Minecraft all over again. How about the lo-fi? Oh yeah! I could get the game chops. I'll just have to make sure I link them in the description. So let me go get game chops lo-fi, because that'll cover for a little while. Zelda and... Because Zephyr likes her Zelda and Chill mix from Game Chops a lot. So we're going to grab that. Hang on, just have volume work for everybody. Hang on 1 second. Whoop. Ignore that. There we go. Volume work for everybody? I hope so. Yeah, let's do that. Hang on, I'm gonna make sure I edit them in real quick. It's fine. Okay, give me like 2 minutes. I'm going to add them in here. It's just like the realization of how quiet it was. It was just like, yeah, that's uncomfortable. There we go. Settings are saved now. All is good. All is right in this world. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Got Zelda and chill now. Woo! So I need conservation workshop. I need staff. I think I need the research center. I'm just gonna kind of lightly connect these buildings together. Conservation, research. We technically don't, I don't know how much of this we need. Hello. Oh dear. Oh, hello. Okay. When I'm in like the grid mode, the game kind of freaks out a little bit. How's my day going? It's going good. We're just here vibing today. Let's see, we have the staff room. Small research center check. Keeper hut. We're gonna set this. We're just gonna literally just mark these places as quickly as possible. We're just using the basic stuff for the time being. Once I get comfortable enough with the construction, yes, then I will probably start making keeper huts of my own. No, my panic was I saw my model slow down and I was like, oh no, please don't. No. No. I was worried that my, I was just worried about the model freezing up a bit and I was like, oh no, please don't. But I think it gets a little funny with the grid mode in Planet Zoo. Just a hair. We'll just kind of like lay this one off here in this little corner zone. There we go. Yeah, look at that. It's a nice little lineup of buildings. I don't think the YouTube studio likes me being this close, but oh well, we work. Look at that. Look. Okay, it does not like me being up close and personal, I guess. Game, do I need to fix on my VTube studio in order for this to work? I don't know. Also, I have noticed that I am not the only person who has had random issues with what's the word? With Honkai Star Rail not liking VTube Studio, and it's hilarious because I was like, oh, okay, I'm not the only one whom it's not liking. I need staff paths, I think. Yeah. Grab these. And we'll just kind of like start branching them off. Here we go. Camera. It's just like really funny to me because it's like I thought I was the only one who was having an issue when it came to her VTube studio. And do I have the snap on? No, I don't. There we go. I just needed a little bit of a wiggle. There we go. So that's a staff path for the time being. Everything here is all temporary. Because eventually I want to make it to where everything's got like a little bit of a better place. I just don't want to, maybe I shouldn't worry about too much architecture for the time being until I get like a full concept idea. Because the reason why I like the Planet Zoo so much is because I do feel like I get a big opportunity to do some stuff that I never got to do before. And not to mention with all the lovely technology and quality of life stuff, it's like, oh, this makes it a little bit easier. Let's see. Let's see, we have a vet ward. Do we have the trade center? I think we did. No, we don't. Just realized we don't have the trade center. Hang on. One of the most important things. I think this one's actually relatively decent to get into. European, Australia, Arctic, Aquatic, Indonesian, Indian, New World, Oceanic, Classic, Australia. Guess this one doesn't have a conservation version. I don't either, but I'm going to at least try to understand proper zoo stuff. Conservation Trade Center. It's a little small. Oh, don't want that off the ground. Oh well, I'm at least learning the ways. There you go. There we go. Now we have a trade center. Hey, trade center. Now, because I decided to go hard mode and go like, why not do monkeys? I decided to be the crazy person and go like monkeys when I've not actually worked with monkeys or primates of any sort in this game. Not personally. Animal trading. The question is, do we have primates available? Look at the long list of look at that, they got African penguins! Turtles. They have a lot of species of creature in this book. They got alpacas. They got goats. They have a lot of stuff, but because we're focusing on primates, can I filter? Yes, I can. So trying to I just realized that trying to filter this is also like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Blue-tailed prairie, black-tailed prairie dog, snow, wildebeest, no. An orangutan, cheetah. We're gonna be working with like a lot of monkeys, and if they've got an ability to be in a space with if they're able to cohabitate with other creatures, then yes, I will open that. Common ostrich, wombat, warthog, cougar, coyote. Oh my god. I am all caught up with the DLC, by the by, which is why I have so many. There are so many. Oh no, I think I may have bitten off more than I could chew. This just in, Sorceress bites off more than she can chew. I guess. King penguin, what the heck is a king penguin? Actually, I'm curious. What is a king penguin? Is that supposed to be like an emperor penguin? Hold the phone. Is the king penguin like an emperor penguin? Is that? Oh, here we go. Mandrill. Man wolf, moose, mute swan. Okapi, polar bear. Proboscis monkey. Quokka. Quokkas are cute. They kind of look like capybaras, but they are like eternally smiley little critters. Red deer, kangaroo, river hog, lemur. Which, by the way, I did look up. Lemurs are actually part of the primate family, so therefore lemurs are also available. But I want to do a big I have a dream to make a giant lemur exhibit where people get to kind of like sit there and watch lemurs while enjoying like a cafe lunch. I thought that'd be a fun one, but I know redneck cranes are good for certain monkeys. Ring-tailed lemurs. Siamang? I'll have to look that one up. Siamang. Sloth bear doesn't count, I don't think. Speckled bear, speckled caimans. Oh boy. This just in, of course. timber wolf, lion, western chimpanzee, western lowland gorilla, white-faced saki is also a monkey, Wilson, wolverine, what's attacking? Might as well check that. Red-necked wallaby, aka kangaroo, or smaller version of a kangaroo, I think. Northern Island brown kiwi. There's so many. What's the oh, Japanese macaque, that's what that is. Japanese macaque is also one. I wish I could do this by like subspecies, aka give me not emu, dingo. I have so many. Collared peccary? Let's take a look at that. I might need to take that one off the list. Capybara. Oh, black and white rough lemur. Yay, lemurs. Camel, tapir, donkey, flamingo, bison, alligator. There's so many things. Okay. I think that's all the single letter species where it's like confirm. There we go. So lemurs, Borean orangutans. Oh, there's a difference between the male and female ones. I never noticed. Oh, collar. Oh, I can get rid of that one. Oh, hang on, filter. Let me try and find that collared one. That can go away because that's just that was more of a or Japanese macaque. King penguins are essentially emperor penguins. Noted. Proboscis monkeys, lemurs. The reason why I have cranes is because of the Japanese macaque. Siamang. Oh, that's what siamangs are? Let's, Zupedia, where is siamangs? Ooh. Hey, endangered species. Species of gibbon living in the forests of Malay Peninsula. Ooh. Siamangs are considered endangered species due to great decrease in population numbers. Oh. Natural habitats are in Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand, so tropical. Species data up to 2 to 6. Research is all done, so we don't have to worry about enrichment or anything like that. Oh, I forgot a lot of the monkeys can like cohabitate with one another. I genuinely forgot. Lar gibbons. I'm gonna mark that in my list of filters. Hang on. Let me filter again with Lar gibbons in the mix as well. Gibbons. HIJKL. And I can take out the king penguins because they do not exist. There are no king penguins in Ba Sing Se. There we go. I think that's good for now. They also got platypus. We can have Perry the platypus in this house. I find that funny. Confirm that. So, lemurs... Well, how many lemurs can cohabitate with one another? Like, what is your... Oh, literally. Oh, that's what those are! That's what these ones are! Oh, that lemur cafe is going to be full of lemur. It's gonna be so full of lemur. Because I can literally have all these lemurs staying in one space, which now means I have to kind of figure out a monkey that I want to use as a species by itself. Because I want this for the lemur cafe, because that would look so cool. You're just sitting there enjoying your meal, and then suddenly just like lemur all over the place. Just lemurs. I think that's a fun idea. So, let's go back to animal trading. Let's see. We could do Japanese macaque. We could start them off like really easy because Japanese macaques are really easy to work with, and all I need to do is just change their habitat a little bit. Also, I think they're very noisy. Let's see. Don't mind me, I'm just checking Zoopedia for facts. Mandrills, interspecies enrichment with the red river hog. So mandrills are technically by themselves. We could put a red river hog in there, but do we want to? I don't think we do. How loud are they? I'm assuming mandrills are really loud. Keyword assuming. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this down just a few notches. There we go. I'm assuming mandrills are really loud. I'm assuming. I haven't even started yet. That's insane. Let's see. I think we'll go with mandrills first. Like, how... Research, species data... Yes, flee from these guys because they are big old jerks. They're polygynous, so I'm assuming more than one mate. They live up to 5 to 10. They need 1 male and 9 females. That is not excluding juveniles. Ooh. I see. That's what that means. Got it. So we cannot have more than 1 male in that group. So one of them's already the alpha male. Let's see, 8 to 42 degrees Celsius, which is fine. I think these guys will live. They need climbing requirements of 40 meters square. And they have a land requirement of 400 meters square. So if we were to have 10 adults, we would need at least 472 meters. The problem with me is, like, I am not very good with calculating what 472 meters square looks like in this game. It's crazy to say, but yeah, that's the one thing I don't know. Yeah, we'll go with mandrills. Open up the gates. I need to also find gorillas, unless I already put gorillas on my list. Mandrills, I need a male, and I also need a female, so we'll take the one with the conservation credits, because I have unlimited of these. We'll go ahead, we'll adopt this one. We will take... We'll take which one is, ooh, the longevity of that one is not very high. We would have to like take a risk it on that one. It's not very fertile. Why is that one like oh wait, what, how long do they usually live for? I thought they lived for a very decent amount of time. Polygynous, they live up to 32 years. Oh. Well, one's gonna be the alpha for only so long, I guess. One's only gonna be the alpha male for so long. Then we'll have to kind of replace it. I think is gonna be the key on that. We're gonna have to unfortunately replace one of these. Immunity, longevity. God, these poor mandrills are not very high up on that list of they will not live very long. What is this longevity? Why is it only 70%? I guess we'll just pick this. I guess we'll take this one because at least the fertility is a little higher. So that means that they can start like having babus. Now, how does one go about making... I'm gonna... Oh, wait, I just realized I need to do another thing. Zephyr just realizes that she needs to do a whole other thing. And that would be... Man, it is hot. I need to hire staff, so I need to hire a caretaker, a keeper, a mechanic, just in case, and a veterinarian. There we go. Those are my main guys for now. Onto the ground you go. And then we're gonna just do animal trading, animals in storage. Go ahead and send them to the zoo. But we're gonna send them off into quarantine. Do I have a quarantine? I do. I think I do. Send to zoo. We'll put them in here for now, and then we'll put them in... Do I have a quarantine facility? I think the vet facility is the quarantine, right? I think I may have forgotten an important thing, and that's to put them in quarantines. Hey, Crook. Not much. We'll do a small quarantine. There we go. We'll do that. We'll do a small quarantine because we don't need a very big one. And we're also going to add the proper facilities because I know I need electric and... Actually, because I am in utilities, here we go. Because I'm here right now. Oh, this one has like a little electric, but I guess we'll kind of like keep it going. We'll do that, and this is a water treatment. We don't worry about water treatment. We don't have to worry about the transformer. But I will make a path to make sure that they can kind of get to... Hello? It's a little awkward. There we go. Park building. Yay. Okay, so animal trading. I should have... These guys sent to zoo, but we're gonna send them off into quarantine because we need to check them for diseases anyways. So let's see. I'm gonna look up a mandrill exhibit. Give me like... I know some exhibits, especially just to keep mandrill, just to keep like monkeys. They usually have like a large swath of... Cat needed in. Trying to think. So I'm going to need to make I need to make like a big fence. So I'm going to need to make a big fence, which is going to be the hard part. Yeah, we don't want diseases in the zoo. Heck no. Hang on, where am I looking for with this? Architecture. I think architecture, maybe? Architecture, because I have like everything available to me, it's going to be nuts. Ooh, that's where the glass octagonal wall is. I don't think I want to make a big... Well, I am going to make it big because, you know, it's for mandrills. They kind of need the space. Oh, this is going to be a lot more difficult than I anticipated. On this note of Zephyr being silly, structural prop, arbor... Structural props might be what I'm looking for. Yeah. Hang on. I'm gonna investigate something real quick. So they need, I'm gonna pull up a fence here real fast. So they have a height. Let me look it up real quick. So barriers, animal trading, mandrills. Let me look them up because I think there's like one lovely. There's a couple in here that are still around. Let's see. Let's check the Zoopedia for these guys. They need climbing requirements of 40 meters square. They don't need to worry about deep water. They don't really need water requirements, but they need, like, if we want to have like all 10 of them in the zoo, they need 104 meters square, technically. 112. Pardon me, I miswrote. If we're wanting to keep all 10 of them in there, but the problem is we'd have to send the males away until we get a fresh one. So let's estimate 112 meters squared. I'm gonna do... Okay, do that. And then I'm going to... I feel like it's way too high, though. How high does this go? Ooh. So wait, how many... I think there's one thing I've never figured out how to do. It's how to configure 112 meters square. I think I might need an actual calculator for that. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. What is 112 meters square in actual meters? I mean, hang on. Zephyr needs to do her math. Here we go. Oh, never mind. Maybe I should just freeball it, because I feel like that's gonna be way too much. Then again, I think I've seen most mandrill exhibits that are normally having them like in a hole in the ground in order to work with their height. Zephyr's barely thinking right now. Hang on, let me look at a mandrill exhibit. Let's see if there's any like good inspirational pictures for them. I mean, there's like a traditional one where it's like they're kind of like in a giant like netted cage. Could probably work with that. Where they're but I don't want to like limit them to a netted cage. I don't want to confine them to a netted cage. I don't think I want to do that. I don't want to confine them to a full netted cage. I kind of want to give them like maybe a little island. Okay, so let's Zephyr think. Because at least with water, they're not going to get through it. Let's see, terrain, sculpting. Push. We're gonna do like a bit of a shallow, I think. We're gonna do a shallow, so that way it's just kind of over there. There. We're just kind of like outlining an idea. Then I can increase the intensity, which means it can go deeper. Yeah, there we go. Let me just kind of like let it go deeper. Oh, I don't want it to go that deep though. There we go. Then we lower the intensity again. Let's kind of do simple. I am going to make this a lot deeper though, just so they would have like a null barrier where they can't cross is from here. I don't want it to be too far away though. Flatten to foundation. Oh, that's not the one. Smooth, flatten to surface. Probably not that one. Chisel. Nope. Pull. I might need to re-pull all that. Maybe I should make the actual fence first. Because I'm kind of like thinking about it. It's like they're not going to be able to see them from this far away. Well, maybe I should go double back and like do the mandrill cage idea. Terrain stamp. I don't need to worry about that sculpting. I would like to flatten to surface again. Ah! How far back can I go? There we go. I wish I could hold Control Z for ages, but it won't let me. Oh, it does stop at a certain point. I don't want to flatten like that. Smooth. There we go. I don't know what I'm doing. Zephyr doesn't know what she's doing. The problem with the terrain building is I feel like I can get a little too heavy-handed with it, and then it's just looks awful. I guess if we kind of like pull it a little bit, whoop, or it escapes my entire being, like so. There we go. We'll just kind of like do it like this. There we go. Flatten the surface. Oh, too much. Why did the flatten tools never want to work? Never use flatten tools, I guess. Flatten the foundation. Okay. Flatten to foundation actually kind of works a little bit. There we go. Okay. That kind of worked. That kind of worked. Okay. I'm gonna go back to construction. Let me take a look at these things. Let's see. Mandrills are native to... Mandrills are native to which part? I am double checking my own work, so please pardon me. Mandrills are in their natural habitat. They are in Africa. Okay, so I kind of want to work with African stuff. Filter, material. Let's go with wood. And theme African. Here we go. All right. Arches, columns, wood. Those ones will filter out. Hello? Mud wall, no. I'm trying to figure out like how the I guess we'll see high filters, property. Oh, here we go. 4 meters high. What are they looking under? Is it underneath the Twilight Pack? Nope. Zookeeper? No. South America? No. I'm looking for a particular roofs and floors. Maybe that's wall decorations, doors and windows. Is it the wall? Or is it a... Hang on, what does a chain link fence work under? I'm not looking for the main fence. I'm looking for like rope or something. So if I do this, let's see. Rope? Oh, it's hot. Oh my god. Zephyr is slowly dying in her own office. That's lovely. Oh no. Zephyr's like slowly crumbling in her own office. Oh, sculptural props. Oh, here we go. I think it's cold. I'm getting sleepy. I feel like this needs to definitely go higher. I wish I could. Let's see. I'm trying to like, can I snap this? Angle snap. Line to surface. Here we go. Maybe that works. There we go. Oh, that did not work. I have to like kind of fine tune it. To like, I need to move it with this one. Yeah, because otherwise there's like a little gap. Don't want those little gaps. There we go. Just... Well, you're the one who wanted it in the first place. My cat is now officially yowling again, and it's like, sweetie, you're the one who wanted it in the first place. She's like, mother, I do not wish to be in the room anymore. She really is. She's like being like, Mom, I don't want to be in the room anymore. I did not accept those changes. It's like, baby kitty, you were the one who wanted it in here in the first place. That and I've noticed that my cat does not like it when I shut the doors. I think that's a normal cat thing. But like, she's on a whole other level of like, I do not want these doors shut. Maybe that's the problem, the closed room? Maybe. Trust me, I would let her I would let her in and out if I could on a regular basis, but right now I don't have the ability to like, I don't have like a cat door installed where she could go in and out. The coffin of my own demise is my office. I know, but you're the one who wanted it in the first place. There we go. I might need to take a second and let her back out again. Hang on. I'm sorry, chat. Give me like 1 minute. I think I'm gonna have to let her out. Habitat. I'm trying to find... In the meantime, I'll probably like look up where to find the... I've seen that people were using these wall pieces, and I don't know what they were identified under. And it's making me... I'm not agitated. I'm just like, where are these pieces? Because I know I'm going to be adding this at the top. I'm probably going to go like up a few more meters, and then I'm going to probably add this at the very top. That way we can get like some netting going. But I need to find where people are getting that net piece. Is it a wall piece? I don't know. But yeah, give me like 2 minutes. I'm going to go look. I'm going to go let my cat out of the office again. Even though she was the one who originally wanted it in the first place. Oh, I love her, but like she's so fussy. 1 moment. I am also gonna get like a little top off on my water bottle as well, so I'm gonna get some fresh water in my water bottle. 1 moment. Feel free to sit and vibe with the music for a bit. I'll be right back. There we go. All right, we're back. And I've also decided to turn the AC on to hopefully help my poor melting self in this room. I'm back. And I am going to look this up in a new tab. Here we go. Rope fence. Well, that doesn't help me any. Well, that doesn't really help me any. If I look underneath mesh... Hang on. I have my filters turned on. I should probably, like, completely turn off this, and then roofs, floors, walls. I think it has to be a wall piece, though, doesn't it? Hang on, I'm trying to find it. This is going to drive me absolutely bonkers, and I'm gonna do one little adjustment. I think my computer is fighting me. My computer is absolutely fighting me. Give me, like, another minute. 1 second. There we go. It's not gonna be my best now, but oh well. We're gonna It wouldn't be me if there wasn't like an ounce of scuff and me needing to switch my tracking. If I wish I didn't have to have the need to always so regularly switch my tracking because my games are just way too powerful. But I guess you know, that's what we're here for. Let's see. Glass house. Here we go. Glass. Modern. It's all glass. Glass modern. Glass modern. I'm not looking for glass. I'm looking for chain. Or rope. Or something of the sort. Pipe. Decorative lights, which decorative lights will be fun. Why is this one piece that I am trying to find, like, so difficult? And I'm hoping that it's not, like... No worries. Be safe. What I'm hoping is that this wasn't some kind of, like, DLC item. Oh. Walkthrough netting panel? Oh, that's a... how does... No, that's not... How do I flip that over? But that's not the netting panel I'm looking for. Is this? No. Well, ooh, maybe. That's close. Is this just the wooden arbor panels? Are they just, like, repainted? I feel like the guests would have a hard time looking through that. I am literally just struggling to find this one piece. That's what's funny to me. I'm like literally just struggling for this one piece. Because what I'm... Oh wait, isn't it here? Oh, found it! Oh, finally I found it. It was like a mesh fence. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to build a mandrill exhibit. And I want the guests to be able to kind of like, you know, see in. And I've never, ever, ever, ever made custom panels before. I've never, ever, ever made custom panels. So it's going to be a first for me. Because I have never made custom fences. I have never once made custom fences, and I think this would probably work. Oh yeah, I think this will work. We'll go with not this one, not that one. Where's the one that I literally had like 2 seconds ago? Nope. 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 Zephyr literally lost the piece of fence she was going to use. Not that one. Not this one. Was it this one? It was like... That one's good, but it's like this one, but taller. And we'll work with it. There it is. That's the one. So we're just gonna... Oh, and then we're gonna turn off align to surface, and then we're just gonna... That high should do it. I think that high might do it. Because I think going up 3 would probably be a bad idea. Because this is 4 meters square. And it's also 4 meters wide. And they need 112 meters square of climbing. So I guess we'll just add 1 extra. We'll add like 1 extra. And then I would like to duplicate merge scenery into a group, and then we're going to duplicate it, and we're gonna go up. And yeah, we're gonna go up. Okay, we're gonna go duplicate. Oh. Hello? Game, why are you janking on me now? Hello? One sec. Here we go. I literally had this in like a group, didn't I? Merge scenery into a group, and then we duplicate it, and then we lift. We lift this until it's about... There. I'm also going to make sure that the metal fence is going to... I'm going to... Okay, that's how that one works. So we hit shift. We go up, and then we rotate that there. Shift that down a hair. See, they don't show you this in like the in the videos where it's like, because everything they make when they make these things, it's like really zoomed. I'm trying to hit the shift is that. What was the button? I had to rotate it. Oh no. Hang on, just trying to like... I literally had the rotate on like 2 seconds ago. Oh wait, it was Z. There we go. And then we just kind of like... I might need to free twist this one. Oh, yeah, because that is... Ah! I didn't want to get rid of it. There we go. At least that one worked without me needing to turn it. I love how we were just getting started on the mandrill exhibit now. after like a lot of preamble, and it's like, oh yeah, now she's working on it. Because I don't want to do a plain mandrill exhibit. I just want to I want to do something very fancy. Because I want to learn how to build stuff. Is essentially my main goal, at least for today's stream, is to kind of work on this. Hi, Crow. It's going good. We're just kind of... Ooh. We're gonna move the selection. We're gonna make sure this is kind of like inside. There we go. That's better. It's going good. But yeah, we're trying to build a mandrill exhibit. I don't know. Whoop. Oh god. How do I go up? How do I go up? I think this fence might be a little off center. Advance, move, and rotate. I think this one needs to be slightly more adjusted. There we go. I think if I do it like this and I fit it right there, that's gonna make it merge a little nicer. And then we're gonna do this. We're gonna hit the advanced move and we're gonna continue adjusting. Custom fences. Until you get like until I get my groove in this, it's gonna be a lot of experimenting. And once again, this, like I said, this is really, really good practice. Because, as I have made mention, I do want to try at some point. I needed this one. There we go. I want to at some point be able to make the WWF charity stream at some point, because I think that would be a lot of fun to do, where we really, really work on Control D. There we go. Where we really work on like wildlife conservation and everything. And making sure that everyone's got like a decent habitat to live in and all that good stuff. And there. That should be good. Okay, because then I need to make the top bit. I do need to make the top portion, which is going to be angled, and I believe there might be like a mesh, like a rope mesh construction that I can use. There is a satin barrier rope, but that's not what I'm looking for. Is it all just this? Okay. Let's see. Archways. Decals. I'm looking for props, I think. Props, yeah. Let's see. Rope. Here we go. Planet Zoo rope, 2 meter hanging. Oh. Rope with W. Let's see. Well, that's a tiny piece. Also, I need to figure out how do I rotate so they're not lying flat on the ground. What I'm mildly concerned about is that they will use this as a way of getting themselves out of the zoo. Is that rope or is that a log? That's a rope. That's straight rope. I want to use a curved one like this. I'm gonna make a curved top, like rope top, where they can't fully climb out of. I hope. I will have to definitely like examine where they're gonna go because we are working on a mandrill exhibit. So, oof. That landscape is gonna bother me. That landscape is going to bother me. There we go. I don't think that really... Oh, wait, there it goes. It is kind of working a little bit. There we go. Okay. That was going to drive me nuts if I didn't at least semi-flatten that. Okay, so... let me see here. Construction. I want to go back to architecture. I'm going to take out rope for now. But I am going to get walls, and we're going to filter them with African. It was structural. Here we go. I feel like if I do it like this, it'll at least be... I can shrink that down a few, like a few meters inward. There we go. And they're just kind of like slip that in there. I might need to do like a little bit of finessing, but then we have this kind of like starting to build off the arch. Well, they don't make you. You can actually do... they actually do have like exhibit walls that you can just use. But because I'm wanting to be so extremely extra, as Zephyr is wont to do, because I'm wanting to like learn how to construct things, and I might even do more of this on my off time. I might do a little bit more of this on my off time when I have an opportunity to do so. Rotate. I need to figure out the proper rotation. Yeah. I feel like this is going to be way high, but it's very interesting. Because then I can kind of like select all these. Boop, boop. And then we put them all into one group, and then we can Control D, and then we can make another one. I don't want to Control D it just yet. Let's see, I think those were in the props, fences. We'll take out African, and then we'll move down to... we'll move down to the smaller version of this, which would be about, like, right there. Because from here on, once this one reaches this particular length, I'm going to start working on, like, the little rope bits. Be a little crazy because I'm working with I want to call it semi-advanced techniques with the game that I don't know much. Where is this one going? This is gonna drive me nuts if I don't. There we go. Align this. I'm still not used to the camera controls. I think that's where I'm struggling with the most is just the camera controls. Okay, so let's put that here for now, and then I'll just, like, finesse it. Yeah, that's gonna need a lot of finessing. Let's move that here. And then we move it down a scout, up a scotch, and to the left, and then just trying to make this look seamless. There we go. That looks pretty good. It's relatively seamless. I don't think anyone's gonna really notice it. But I might need like a little bit more. Maybe I need more mesh. My worry is that they are going to climb over the top. That the mandrills are going to use this as the ability to climb over them. Unless I can... Climbing... Oh, I can turn off climbing. I just realized. Climbing disabled. I can literally turn climbing off on these things. Then merge this into a selected scenery. I can literally just turn off climbing. They cannot climb this now. It's like they officially cannot climb over it. So I am safe to put... although I would like them to climb, the issue is I'm worried they'll escape. And I'm pretty sure there'll be someone here who might be watching the VOD who might have some suggestions, and I'm completely open to them. Because I am a beginner builder, essentially. So it's kind of like one of those occasions of I'm fully aware of how new I am to this. like I said, I'm fully cognizant of me being new. I do need to look up that. There's always the one rotate button that my brain is not comprehending, and why does that still look... Hold up. Enter group edit, split group. That needs to move back over here, because that's going to drive me nuts. There we go. Flawless. Perfectly flawless. Okay, and settings, controls, here we go. Tilt, rotate camera, object, cancel, rotate. Rotate 90 degrees is Z. Flatten, terrain on or off, snap toggle. Ay, ay, ay. Set vertical height. Rotate 9 degrees is just pressing Z. There's a lot of controls. Let's see. Oh yeah, see, you do have like regular barriers and whatnot, but I'm going to be using null barriers because what's going to happen is I'm essentially going to be making a giant, they cannot cross past this point. And the AI should know what it's doing. I'm back. What did you miss? Not much. Just Zephyr poking her nose through some stuff. Okay, so that'll rotate that. Oh, wow. Because of the way this is, it'll literally just disappear. Okay, so I just can't, I would like to rotate it to where I can actually like tilt rotate. Widget speed, angle snap, turn that off. Okay. I just surface, random rotation, random rotate all. Okay, so I'm gonna go back up. Let's see. This is always gonna be like the one issue I'm gonna have with this game in total is literally I am bad with the camera controls. Because I could be on one side and managing, Don't worry, not much was missed. Like I said, it's mostly just me just rotate on the world axis. Oh, here we go. That's the... Oh. What's the... How do I... Oh, it's... Is it X? Oh my god. They really hid that one. They really hid that one away. It is going to feel like a little bit like a jail cell. I'm not going to deny this. There we go. Advance. It's X, and we're going to tilt this like that. Honestly, that's actually pretty seamless on that end. I think it might need a bit of a slide to the left. Oh yeah, definitely gonna need a bit of a slide to the left. Gonna need a little bit of a slide. There we go. I would love to make this climbable to where the monkeys can actually climb on it, because I think that would also do very well for their enrichment. But I haven't figured out, like, the width of the location yet. I'm gonna combine all of this, though, into one piece. Oh, because hang on, I unselected all the groups. Gonna need to combine all these again. There we go. We're gonna merge the scenery into a group, and then copy that over. Turn to monkey. Yes. And you know what? I will fully admit, if I don't get this done, if I don't get this done within the usual stream time, I'm going to probably not worry about it too much, since I am kind of like revisiting a game and I haven't gone through the career mode fully yet, which would help me understand the controls a little bit more. Let's see about there. Then you might want to start tilting this a little, because I don't want it to be perfectly box shaped. There we go. And then from here, we'll start doing a few extra details, which is rotating it. Which would be like this, and then we just kind of like, then we just adjust, we push, pull, kind of bring this around town. There we go. And we're kind of like gonna make it like a bit of an octagonal. Yep, and that's just the amount of like slowly turning these around and then adjusting as we go. There we go. Honestly, that actually does not look half bad, all things considered. I just don't know how effective it's going to be keeping the mandrills inside. There we go. Because I am going to need to like cut off a few of these pieces and then move forward. But I am going to grab everything. And I am going to move it all out. We're gonna like move it this way. And then rotate all of it. To just kind of like straighten it. X, and then we just kind of... Oop. Oh, wait, is that as straight? Oh, that's gonna be as straight can be. Okay. Then we just kind of like fix it. Oop. Oop. Honestly, I don't think it's that bad. It might need some terrain adjustments. Actually, I can sink this into the ground. I can. I just realized I could actually just sink this a little lower into the ground. And then we just sink that into the ground. Perfect. And no one is any the wiser. Mm-hmm. Oh, I can't duplicate more than one of these pieces at a time. Yeah. I'm just gonna put another one out here. And it's just a matter of rotating. I think we need to start like bringing that a little bit more close to... Oh. There we go. This is actually looking kind of nice. It's essentially just like a little bit of a display cage. Oh, I am in the ground. This is just like this very start of it. And like I said, if I don't... Sorry, loud ringing just began in my ears. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I started twisting at the 6th. Okay, so we kind of did like a very... Did we do a 2? I think it was a 2. And we just do this, and we bring this here to kind of like line that up. I like how we're just kind of only getting started. There's no rush. There's not like a whole lot of planning, other than the fact that I want this to look like a decent like mandrill cage, even though it looks like full honesty, it does look like something that I would be put together for Jurassic Park. It does look like something that would like fit the Jurassic Park theme. Just a few hairs. And we're gonna... Then we do this, and then we do this, and then we... A lot of new fencing takes a lot of finessing. There is a very valid reason why when you see content creators using Planet Zoo, if they're not playing it like a live stream or anything, you kind of see why that they would probably just do like very... Like they do speed builds essentially. Let's see. What animal are we gonna do after the monkeys? This is going to be a straight primate zoo. So we're doing like all monkey. We're doing all monkey, but we're also doing like cohabitated. We're gonna be doing also cohabitated monkeys. So the lemurs I'm excited for the lemurs because the lemur idea is like the biggest one I have planned out. I have like a big lemur exhibit like already mentally planned out. But I want it to be like a little further in the zoo. Let's see. Is that about even, or do I need to go out one more? I think I need to go out like one more. There we go. I'm gonna do this. And that look about even. Actually, that kind of looks about even. That looks just about even because there's like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that looks about even from the top. Yeah, that looks just about even. Even Stevens. But yeah. There's because all the lemurs can cohabitate into one place. My plan is to, at some point, I'm going to probably start adjusting it like this and then bring this in. Bring this forward. I think we make this kind of like that. Kind of like a big old batting cage, but for like mandrills. Ugh, my nose is all runny. I don't like it. Technically, no, they can't climb out the top because, thank you for Planet Zoo for implementing this. Because of the way that that Planet Zoo allowed it to be, monkeys will not be able to climb out of these if you make sure you select them as not climbable objects. So everything in their habitat is going to be what they need. I think we'll kind of do like one more. Yeah. That looks about right. And then... oh yeah, it won't let me just do... I feel like this needs to be wider. I have a graves... well, the problem is I have a habit of making... I have a distinct habit of making zoos like really, really large for exhibits. And I either make them too large or I make them too small. I'm nervous because it's kind of like I don't want them to feel too tightly enclosed. So I got an idea. I have an idea. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to X, X. And I'm going to start rotate. Oh, not that way. I have an idea. Put that there, but we're going to take this one, X, X, and then we rotate it on not the blue. It'll be fine. What could go wrong? Unhappiness. My main concern is also the path might be a little too long. But I want to rotate this way. There we go. And then we just kind of bring it like this. And like this. Okay, so I'm seeing the vision. It's just a matter of, can I get this vision to work? Because then I'd have to do like a lot of fixing and like final adjustment phases honestly, it does look pretty decent. I'm gonna go maybe 3 wide and then close it back in again. I'm probably gonna go about 3 wide, then close it right back in again. Let's make it 4. There we go. Make it like that, then we close it back in again. We start like making the curve back in. So it's kind of like a 3-leaf clover design. So that way you're kind of getting like the full view of them. Walking back through the exhibit. Actually, you can. You can make them, but only specific animals are best utilized for that. So you can have walk-in exhibits. So you could have like a peacock. Like a peacock exhibit, you can like have a walkthrough. You can have reindeer. Barn animals like chickens and alpacas are definitely fine. As long as the animals like humans, usually you're in the clear for that. And then we go about like this. This might end up being really too wide, but I don't know. I won't know until I fix it. I feel like it'll be fine because we're kind of doing like a 3-leaf clover bump. Snake? Snakes are in basic exhibits. So they're kind of not the animals that you can like really like go in and like take care of. They're in these little habitat zones, like little exhibit squares. I can actually show you here in just a moment. Let me just finish plotting this one on the ground here. And then we just kind of start bringing it like this. And then we bring it in. Bring it in. Bring this in. Let's make that fully. There we go. Yeah. Let me just kind of push that in. I love how we literally were like, I was finagling for a little bit and now I'm starting to get the hang of it. Here we go. There's this thing called exhibit animals. Exhibit animals will live in these like small, like little terrarium cubes. So you're not like fully taking care of them. They just kind of like sit and vibe. They don't really do a lot of moving around. Although I'm surprised a sloth is an exhibit animal. Butterflies will actually fly around, and I have seen people do like butterfly domes, which look really, really fantastic. I just haven't tested out how to do those. But yeah, there's snakes. There's snakes, there's turtles. But they're kind of like, again, they're in these like little cubes, so you're not getting as much interaction with them as you would with normal exhibits like this. Is this gonna be too big now? I don't know. Now I'm concerned. Is this gonna be too... Is this gonna be too much? Now my fear is this gonna be too wide? Because don't forget, like I said, I have a habit, a very big habit, of making these exhibits bigger than they need to be. For the butterfly exhibits, they do, actually. They have like little airlock doors, so that way butterflies can't get out. Okay, then I can just delete that one. There we go. I think I'm just gonna go about 2 wide. And then we'll bring it back in again. Actually, we can, we'll pull this around. There we go. We go about 2 wide, and then we bring these back in. There we go. And then we just kind of do like 2. Let's do that, and then bring that in. There we go. And oh. And then we bring this all in here. There we go. I love how we haven't gotten like the actual like mandrills in yet. We haven't gotten the mandrills in yet. I've been literally just doing the exhibits. But you know what? Making the exhibit is like 90% of the fun. And honestly, I would much rather do this with everybody else here than to sit here by myself and trying this out. I am mildly concerned that's going to be like a lot of space once I make the other half of it, but I will have to see what happens. I am going to have to see what happens when I decide to completely reconstruct this. I don't want to group it all together because I don't want to... There we go. Welcome back. Okay, then we do this, and then we flip that to where... Boop, boop, boop. And then we measure that back in here. Then we back that in here. It's a little wonky on the back, but not gonna matter too much. There we go. This is why I'm enjoying Sandbox mode right now. Is just so I can do some stuff like this. There we go, and then we D. Not bad. It definitely screams beginner. If you ask me, it definitely has like the earmarks of, hey, you're a beginner at this kind of feel. Which I'm not upset at all, as I am. I am a full newbie when it comes to this, so practice makes perfect. That's like the biggest thing I've learned from any tips of these games, is that practice makes perfect. And that's why we're playing in Sandbox mode, so I'm not like stressing out about financials, even though probably working in finance mode is probably going to be like one of the bigger options to do. I'm only just finishing, like, I'm finessing this a little bit, but I do need to kind of get the next half of the wall fixed. This is not permanent. This is only just like a placeholder until I can make like the little backstage area for them to slip into. But from here, everybody can get like a roundabout view of where all the mandrills are. But they'll also have a place where they can sneak off and do here for privacy. I'm gonna make like a rainforesty cabin or like some fallen leaves that act like a cave, and then the back of that cave is hiding the back of that wooden cave is essentially hiding the backstage zone where they can just slip in. The zookeepers handle the food and everyone's happy. At least in my opinion. That is so far the vision. Like I said, this entire bit of fencing is going to be temporary until I can figure it out. So, but I do want to... Can I merge this into one and then duplicate that, bring that over here. And then we're gonna flip all the way around. And then we just slip this right back in here. This is like my biggest favorite, is being able to essentially Control C, Control Z environment stuff. So like this makes the guesswork a little less daunting. This makes the guesswork like a little less daunting, even though I am going to have to do like a lot of finesse work. Like especially in these corners, I'm going to have to do like a fair bit of finessing. But like from here to here, it's like everything looks fine. But yeah, we're gonna grab these. Gonna grab these all the way around until the corner stops. Actually, we'll do it like this, and then we'll merge all those into one group. Duplicate, bring this over here. And then what I'm gonna do, up, up. There we go. So as you can see, I kind of overshot like a little bit. You can kind of see I overshot that just like a little. And by little, I mean probably a fair amount. Okay, so we're just gonna bring that over, bring like this, bring it like this. And hullabaloo. Voila. And then I'm just going to get rid of the pieces that are not. Because, okay, so that's part of this. So I do need to delete that one. Okay, so what I gotta do is I got to move this so it's... I think I have to make this like 1 square bigger. Okay, so if I do it like this, then we fit this here. And then we whip that around. X, slip that right in here. You slip that in here. And then once that's all nice and seamless in there, boop. Or as seamless as we can get it. There we go. And then I can grab a hold of this whole entire piece. And we just kind of like do this where it's neatly overlapping with that. Kind of. It's not like perfectly clean overlap though. It's not clean overlap. So this, we go over here, we grab this, and we do this, and then we flip. Zephyr is the queen of patience, I guess. But it's like, now we also know, like, what monkeys we want to use. Nope, nope, not that way. We want... I might need to move this one by surface. Oh boy, this is... very, very... Oh, wait, nope, that works. I think that managed to fit. I might need to do, like, a little... I think I might need to do, like, a small bit of correcting. Because... I might have slightly uneven edges. Oh, I do. I do have, like, a slightly uneven edge, because there's, like, this part that's going out, like, 4 paces. We're just gonna move you guys over here for now. And we're gonna grab this. 2. 3 and 4. Add one more just to make that a little bit more even. And then I think after this, it should have a little bit more even coverage. Yeah, that looks like it'll have a little bit more coverage. I am going to adjust this one a little bit here. There we go. And we merge all that into one, and then we move it. We like to move it, move it. We're gonna move it. And then we're gonna set it right about here. This should be enough, and then we can just... Well, there's probably a good reason why this part's not going to be, like, the back's not going to matter as much. Because if we're aiming to make this, like, have a backstage area where they can go and hide, I feel like if I can, like, fix up where this bit is, we should be able to do a building back there. We do, like, a nice, like, little hollow area, like, that looks like a cave, a fallen tree. Can we actually do that? Is there like a broken branch of tree? I am very curious. Or would that be considered a decoration? Oh, root? Model rock tree. Well, that's a cute little archway. I like that little model rock arch. Let me look in the... Model rock tree. It's so tiny. Definitely not what I'm looking for. We could do it with branches, but they're more... Oh, wait, here we go. But I want something that looks a little bit more natural. Let me see, because these guys are going to be in the... We're going to look in the Africa and tropical biome. Here we go. We might be able to do something with this. Do we have any, like, thick trees? Got lots of roots. I'm gonna have to think about that. I am definitely gonna have to think about that. Here we go, if I mark this out. Oh, vines. Tangled vines. Tangled vines could be an option. I really need to figure out that little key to get that to work. Is it literally just this? Is it literally just the X button and I just... Oh, I can do that while I'm placing. There we go. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here's an idea. Oh, Zephyr cooking. Zephyr's cooking in a kitchen. We just kind of do it like this. I wish we could make this like a little wider, like a little thicker. But like, I kind of see the vision. If I work at it with some rocks and stuff like that, and we cover it up with like a whole bunch of foliage. Like think about it. This could potentially work. This has like very high potential of working. I would just need to... Oh, Zephy's got an idea. Oh, Zephy is cooking. That's that way. I want to go this way. And we bring it back over here. Lower this into the ground just a tad more. I think I can see the vision. I think I can see the visionary. It's just a matter of getting it to come together in a very, very cohesive manner. I am seeing the vision. Zephy just needs to cook on that a bit longer. To have this essentially be a cavern where they sneak off to, and it's just a big backstage zone. It's a cooked up idea. I will have to definitely try it out. Ugh. I know we didn't get any animals in, so this is just essentially just kind of like building plots. Because I don't even have the proper entrance in here yet for these guys to even get into the exhibit. But yeah, I am seeing the vision. It's just a matter of, can I cook it to perfection so it doesn't look as daunting? There we go. I might need to expand this just like another bit wider. And then figure out how to get it to make it like cohesively work. Definitely gonna have to look up on how to do backstage areas a bit more. I am definitely gonna have to like look up on how to make backstage areas. But for now, I'm gonna like get my mandrills at least out of quarantine. But hey, I want to show you guys something. Wait, is this? Oh, wait, this is a void. Never mind. But yeah, this is what I like about Planet Zoo. Look in here. There's so many like little bits and bobs in here. This is the vet lab. This is actually the research center. And then this is the research center. Vet lab is over here. Oh, wait, do I have two research? Oh, I have two research centers. Whoopsie doodle. Yeah, it's a very nice rendered place. And see, look, this is the inside of their this is the inside of their workroom. I think that's really cool that they have that like inside their workroom. And then you have the keeper hut. This is where they prepare food and everything. See, so you got like watermelon, you got meat, you got bananas. It's a lot of it's all rendered, but for whatever reason, they didn't do the quarantine zone. This one's the vet clinic. So if any of the animals were sick, they would be actually like lying here to be checked out. Oh, seriously injury discovered. Vet requested. So I believe that would be our male mandrill that probably has an injury. So let's watch the zookeeper. Let's watch the vet while we have an opportunity to just kind of like breathe. Because another lesson I've learned is like if you need to breathe and take a step back from building, you can. And just like let the world go by. So our vet is gonna come right in here. Yeah, it was our lovely male mandrill who was having a bit of a rough time. Oh, they were both seriously injured. No, wait. Yeah, they were both seriously injured. No, wait. This one was quarantine pass. Never mind. I read that wrong. Okay. And they go and they drop them off back here at the trade center, where I don't think the trade center is rendered. No, the trade center is a void. The trade center is a void. But they are in the quarantine, which is also a void. I'm surprised they didn't render the quarantine. It's a bit of a shame that they didn't render the quarantine, but oh well. They do say the quarantine pass ready to leave. So let's grab both of these guys. Let's grab Naneka and Jabari, and we're gonna move them. We're gonna move them back into the trade center for now. While their exhibit is currently being like created, they're gonna go over here into the trade center. I think they got moved into animal trading again. Yep, they're there. They are stored away. They are stored away for now. So that way when the time comes we can actually get more of them back. But yeah, this is the vision so far. I think after a little bit of deliberation, this is going to have like a lot of room for them to maneuver, which is good. This is going to have like a lot of space for about 9 to 10 to move. Plus it gives the guests like a big opportunity to kind of like look back and around. But I do want to build that backstage area in a little while. But I'll be honest, it's hot in here. I'm roasting, even with the air conditioning on. I think it's because it's been so warm. I'm actually roasting a little bit in my office right now. I know this wasn't like huge or big, and we haven't like gotten a full opportunity to like really dig into it. But this was a very good start, in my personal opinion. We've got at least a basis of operations. We got a basis of operations, and this was a good start. I focused a lot once I got into the groove. I focused a lot on making sure that this custom fence was ready to go. But yeah, we're gonna work more on this another time. We're definitely gonna do this a little bit more at some point. Because I'll be honest, Planet Zoo, I was about to say Zoo Tycoon. Planet Zoo is kind of like a hyperfixation right now. But I am going to do more research, and while I'm offline, I am probably going to play more career mode. I am going to play more career mode to try and like really flex the muscles a bit more and gain a better understanding. But for now, this was really good, and I just need to practice a bit more. So that's what career mode's going to do when I'm on break and when I'm resting and relaxing for the weekend. But let me resort to just chatting screen for a little while. Hi guys. I'm gonna save this, and I don't want this being seen on my computer, so give me 1 second. Why am I all the way down here? I don't know. Hang on. Why can I not move myself? Here we go. Oh. There we go. That's better. I was wondering why I was still looking like I was sunk a little too low in the ground. Actually, now that I've gotten this file, I am going to save this. New zoo save. We're going to call it the Silver Monkey Shrine because it's funny. We're going to save that zoo. And that's it. we're gonna quit just so I can kind of vibe out here. The Planet Zoo, yeah. I will hop out of that for now. I know it wasn't a lot. It was a lot of Zephyr really re-engaging with with Planet Zoo. And it's always a bit of a shame that I never have like a lot of time during the weekdays. I might make Planet Zoo a bit more of a weekend thing when I feel like needing to do a vibe. Because I think Planet Zoo is definitely one of those weekend ones where I need to spend like a lot of time. Hang on one moment. This just looks wrong. 1 second. This feels weird. Not that. There we go. That's better. I look better now. I look so much better now. Yay! Yeah. It's just getting really warm in my office. So, I'm very sorry. This was actually kind of short-ish. But once I got into the groove, I was really raring, but I do need a little bit more practice. Full stop. I do need more practice, and Zephyr's fully aware of this. I just need a little bit more practice to work with it, and then we'll come back. So I'm definitely gonna be playing some career modes and getting myself a little bit more fixated. Now that I'm starting to like understand the keys. Planet Zoo is just to kind of like sit back and vibe. It's the game that just sit back and vibe to, especially when we're doing sandbox mode and we can actually like focus on building a bit more. Like I said, I would really love to do finance mode, which is going to be, and to get that understanding, I would like to do that. And when I'm in finance mode, then we can have like a little bit more of a challenge attached to it. Because again, when I want to do finance mode, I want to do finance mode, but also make that a charity, like 12-hour live stream event where I'm learning how to build habitats for endangered species and do that for the World Wildlife Fund, because again, that's like my big dream is do a charity stream for that. But I need like a lot of time because that's gonna be like a 12-hour affair, and I would need to like really strategize on how to get that to get off the ground. Because I unfortunately cannot do it the normal YouTube way, because I believe if their qualifications are correct, A, I need to be monetized, and B, my sub count has to be in the 10K plus. If I read that correctly, that's how you are able to start charities or fundraising streams, and you can have those like posted on the side of your videos. So I don't know how I'm going to do it. I might do some basic links. I'll have to do some research. But again, it's one of Zephyr's like biggest dreams is to do it like that. Do a nice big WWF charity stream, or fundraising, I think is the better term for it. Do we have anyone else who was playing Planet Zoo tonight that I can kick you guys off to? Because I'll be honest, Zephyr is roasting. Zephyr is very much roasting, and I think that's a good point to halt. I will see about. Do I have anyone to kick you out to? I don't have a fan. That's the problem. I don't have a fan in my office. Have anyone playing Planet Zoo? No, we do not. Oh, boo. Nope. And she's not available. Okay. Looks like it's gonna be another bit of a quiet night. So... No, I got no one to kick you guys off to, so for now... Thank you all for stopping by. I will see you all for Sorceress Tea Time tomorrow. Same time, same place. And then we'll just sit, we'll chat, we'll vibe. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Alright. Have a great rest of your guys' day. Have a good rest of your evening. I'm going to go cool down. You're welcome. But yeah, we're gonna have 2 cozy streams, and then Saturday, by the way, we are going into Needy Streamer Overload, which is going to be a bit of a wild ride. So, enjoy the cozy while you have the opportunity. Alright, I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye! 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 Bye.